Stream will begin just momentarily here. We're just setting up a couple things here. Hello, and welcome to the first spooky Castlevania stream that we're going to do for Horror Fest this month. As I get over to my chair here and finish setting things up. Hello! Hope you are all well this evening. I just finished my run of Evil Within. I apologize, I'm not going to be on camera here for another minute as I set some minor things up. Hope you guys had a fun time and enjoyed the fun with Evil Within. I just wanted to be done with that game when it was all said and done. Glad it's done now. You guys just give me a second to set things up. I just want to balance some audio, and then we'll be ready to go. Just gonna balance the audio here on my end, and we'll be ready to go. We're gonna start a brand new playthrough in a second. Here you'll see probably my few save files that I have on this version of the game. We are playing the Xbox Live Arcade version of Castlevania. I keep saying Lords of Shadow, Symphony of the Night. This is one of my favorite games of all time. It is in my top 10 list. So, let's see here. It's hard to position that camera in a good way here in this room, unfortunately. Still getting used to that. But anyways, in 1 second here we'll get going. I'm going to go ahead and click start on this. I'm actually going to adjust my headset here. Sorry if that gave anybody too much noise or feedback there. So I want to actually be able to hear the game. I'll show you my file saves here. I have quite a few saves in this version of the game, as I uploaded all my saves. I wish it told me the dates. That was my 200.6% save. That was a ridiculous thing to do. I'm not sure how long we'll be streaming Castlevania tonight. I haven't quite decided yet. I most likely will be streaming tomorrow night as well, but I, again, don't have the times set in stone for that yet. Let's go ahead and begin. So we're going to start a brand new save. I'm going to start right here. I have a hard time coming up with names in these kind of games, in these kind of situations. Today we're going to get good old Xerxes, if it lets me do it. I think it will. Give me 1 second here, I'm just going to look at some settings. I can change the screen size, but I think it stretches the image pretty bad. I'm going to try it, and we're going to see what it's like. I actually don't think it looks terrible. You guys can let me know in the chat if you guys think this looks bad. I think it actually scales pretty well. I'm going to trim it from my end a little bit here. So, again, I apologize if this game in any way comes through this microphone.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you!
When I was in grade school, I've been junior high. Obviously, when I was in grade school, I got a 64 pretty close to launch. I mean, I was a Nintendo kid. I grew up with, Super Nintendo and Super Nintendo. That was my jam. Some people grew up with Sega. I was a Nintendo kid. That was what it was. I kind of started to get this hankering for the PlayStation. My cousins had gotten one when I was a kid. And their house went out and played it. And really into it. I think the original Resident Evil was a big game for me. And some other stuff playing with them. And I finally just decided one day I really want to get a PlayStation. And it was, coming from a middle to upper middle class family as a kid, I had to convince my parents, especially my dad, whenever it came to video game stuff, that I would, he would let me get it as a kid. And he was always, as I've said before, if you ever watched that Memory Lane episode of Video Rental Store, he was a big advocate for renting stuff instead of buying it. I mean, systems obviously you would buy, but renting stuff was always his thing as far as games. He wanted me to rent it. He was very against me going out and buying video right out there. And so for me, I didn't get a PlayStation until it was fall of '57 because it was right around the time that this game came out, and Castlevania Symphony was the big game that I wanted the system for, and the Final Fantasy was the other game that I wanted the system for. And I remember he had told me first, if you buy this thing always when I was a kid, you save up your allowance money and stuff, you buy the system. And this this is a situation where I wanted to buy 2 games. So I really wanted Final Fantasy VII, but I also really wanted Castlevania Symphony. And I could not decide between the 2 at that time. So. I texted my buddy right now. He actually got into the Sea of Thieves technical alpha. I didn't. I played it, so. Anyways, so it came down to the decision of the PlayStation and everything, and I was looking forward to getting it and everything. And we went to. I bought this from a mom and pop store. Did I buy it? I didn't buy the PlayStation from a mom and pop store. I bought it from Best Buy, but I bought the games from this mom and pop game store that was in the area that I lived in. At this time, I was living in Central Illinois, and it's sad now I think about it. That mom and pop store. I think now is just a GameStop, but at the time, it was a mom and pop store called Game Exchange, but it has no relation to the Game Exchange franchise that existed. That's a totally separate thing. And I just remember, to adjust my headset here, I just remember we had gone, picked up the system from Best Buy. I think I got a memory card in the system there. And then he wanted to go over to this place because he wanted to get the games used because they were cheaper or whatever. Final Fantasy VII had been. I think at this point, this would have been. I mean, it was relatively close to after Symphony came out, like within a week or two. It hadn't been out yet. And we went. Obviously, I got Final Fantasy VII. I had a couple million copies of that point. They did not have a million copy of Symphony. It was pretty new, but back then, I would say it was like, it could have been $40, but it was $40. And it was one of the few times where I just told my dad, like, look, I really want to play these games. These are games I'm going to get a lot of play out of. Final Fantasy is a really, really long game, and Castlevania is going to be a long game too. But both games I really want to play. These are games I want to own. These aren't games that, you know, I really want to go rent. These are games that are going to take me a while and stuff. And I don't know what it was. You know, maybe he was just feeling particularly in a good mood that day or something. I actually bought both games for me. I think the stipulation later on was like one of them was going to or it was like an early Christmas present or something. But I was able to get both. So that's my history with Castlevania. Castlevania is holy shit, I played a ton of this game as a kid. In junior high, I remember my big thing about this game was sitting. I had beaten through the game and I didn't know how to do the castle shit. So when I got to the end and I beat that game, kind of like the shittier ending, I just thought that was the end of the game and I was done with it. And I forget how it came up, but it was like some time it freaking passed after I beat the game. One of my buddies in school at the time was like, they were talking about Castlevania Symphony because he had just picked up, because at this point some time had passed since it was out, and they were just talking about the Inverse Castle. That's when I discovered, like, oh, there's an Inverse Castle to this game. There's a whole separate part of this game that I didn't even know existed. And as a kid, you know, this was pre-internet, so it wasn't like I could just go and look up a fact or a guide on the game. So,
Alucard.
I got extremely
What is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Went back.
Still befriending mortals. I have not asked you to return to our city, but I demand you cease your attack.
One of the few games as a kid that I had that I really felt I got my money's worth out of at the time.
We will meet again.
You bought video games, you didn't buy a lot unless you were a rich kid or something. And for me, I was a middle-class kid, so getting a new video game of my own that you would own yourself, you played the shit out of that game. It wasn't just like a, 10 minutes here and there. Like, you played the shit out of that game because that's what you had. And, I think of some of the big games I would get for, like, Christmas or something. My big thing was I would always get a game for, like, my birthday or something, and I would get a game or two for Christmas. That was pretty much when I would get games. If I ever wanted to own a game, I would have to convince my parents that they would to let them allow me to purchase it instead of just go rent it. And then, I would have to save up with my own allowance and stuff. I wasn't, they didn't just go out and buy me video games every day. And that's why, especially when I worked at GameStop, I would always chuckle, still to this day, I laugh about, like, the people that just walk in and allow their kids to walk all over them as parents and pick up these games. And, no qualms about it. It's like, oh, little Timmy just needs a new video game to play today. Like, that's not how it was when I was a kid. Like, you got 1 or 2 games a year that you owned, and that was it. So you had to make do with what you got. I remember some of the games I got. I think of things like one that I had to have, just had to have it day one, was Zelda Ocarina of Time. That was a big one for me. I remember being super excited to get that game. That was a Christmas one. Oh, I played the shit out of it. I played through Ocarina of Time several times as a kid. Just loved every minute of that game. That was after I owned a PlayStation as well. That was one of those games, because it was kind of interesting. I was one of the only kids in my neighborhood that had both systems. Like, I had buddies that owned just the PlayStation, and I had friends that just owned a 64. I didn't know anybody else at the time that owned both. And I think later on, my friends also ended up having whatever other system I didn't have. Definitely the more popular one of my friend when I was in grade school was definitely the 64. That was just kind of the system everybody had. The PlayStation was kind of the odd man out. Like, I really liked it, but I remember getting a lot of heated, junior high arguments about the PlayStation at the time. But for me, I always looked at it as like, PlayStation was the older kids' system, It was the system that I felt was pushing things forward for the medium, where, the Nintendo was still kind of looked at as like a kid's system, at times. But I had a lot of friends that played things like Mario Kart. I never owned Mario Kart 64 as a kid. I would just go to, because every friend of mine's house that I would go to and hang out with them, they all owned Mario Kart. And the only way I ever really wanted to play Mario Kart 64 was with friends. I never wanted to play that game by myself. That wasn't what the Mario Kart was. This was before online playing that kind of stuff. I need to see. Let me look here once. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can turn it off. That's on. Button settings. We should change the window color. That looks cool. Let's do it. I might actually switch my controller to my normal Xbox Elite controller, because I'm not having the best fun with this. The controller's feeling a little loose for some reason. But anyways, back on to Castlevania 64 PlayStation and all that. Like, as a kid, like, most of my friends had 64. That was the popular system that it seemed like everybody had and everybody was into. I had one friend in particular who, he was not my friend initially. I went to a pretty small private school in grade school, and it was a kind of situation where, like, myself and this kid didn't get along from day one. And then this kid's mom called my mom at the time and was like, hey, I noticed we live in the same neighborhood. We should carpool. And I was kind of like, oh. You know, and then I was like, yeah, we're going to carpool with this class. That'll be fun, right? And, you know, as a kid was like, oh, I don't get along with that kid at all. And so I had to learn to be friends with this kid, and then, you know, I got talking to him, you know, because I'd never really given the kid a chance. Every time at school, it was just like, I don't really get along with this kid. I don't know. It just, we didn't get along with each other all the time. And he was a PlayStation kid. I was a kid that had both, but at the time, I kind of preferred the 64 at first because it was what everybody was playing. And the only game he and I could agree on was GoldenEye. Like, GoldenEye was the 164 game that this kid liked, and he always wanted to play it, but I never owned GoldenEye as a child. Because, again, my dad was hard about, you know, rent everything, don't own anything. And so I rented GoldenEye. I think GoldenEye was the game I rented the most as a child. Many times I rented that game as a kid. And so one of the very first games I ever reserved as a kid was Perfect Dark. I was pumped for that game. It was kind of like the unofficial sequel to I'm trying to get the skeleton to go over here. Don't go all the way over here. Come on. Go back over. And it was kind of, you know, it was kind of like the unofficial sequel to that game. And so I was, like, everybody was really excited about it. And, you know, my friend at the time, or this kid, you know, he was very much like, I don't care about that game. That game's gonna suck, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, just talking mad shit about this game. And, you know, at the game, I told him, well, I pre-ordered the game. I'm super pumped for it. I think I pre-ordered it on Target of all places. And I told him, like, it was right, that game came out in, what, May of 2000, so it was right around the time we were getting out of school. And I just told him, like, this one Saturday, since we lived so close, you know, to each other, I was like, ride your bike over, we're going to play this game, and I'm going to prove to you that this is a good game. And he came over, and we had a blast, and that was my summer. The summer of 2000 was literally almost every single day this kid would come over, we would hang out, we would play Perfect Dark multiplayer with each other, against bots in the game, you name it. We just, that's all we did, like, all summer. And we became really good friends through that game, of all things. And we definitely, you know, we'd ride our bikes to the video store and stuff and rent other games and movies and stuff during this time, but, like, Perfect Dark was the game that we bonded and became good friends because of it, so. And I laugh when I think about it today. It's like, it was all because of that stupid game. We became friends, and that was the thing that we bonded over. And it's funny because to this day, that kid never bought a Nintendo 64. He just lived with the PlayStation, and that was that. But we, yeah. I'm still friends with them to this day. So. But yeah, it was an interesting situation. You know, it was funny too because at the time, like I said, I went to a small private school. The thing was, like, I'm trying to remember how many guys there were in my class. There were more girls than guys in my class, but we all kind of got along. You know, it was. I mean, I'm talking like 10 guys. This wasn't like you go into high school or even like a junior high school where there's a bunch of kids. Like, this was literally like a class of 20 kids and 10 of them were guys or something like that. So it definitely was a situation where you know, you kind of had to learn to get along with everybody because there was just so few of us at the time. And that was the thing, like, everybody else in school this time. There were pretty much 64 people. So, and then it's funny too because then later on I was the only person, and I think I was the only person in this group of friends at the time when I lived in Central Illinois in junior high that bought a Dreamcast. Or no, I take it back. My friend I'm actually talking about, where we became friends, he got a Dreamcast too, but that was it. But yeah, it's like he and I were the only two that bought the Dreamcast. I didn't get it day one. He did. He was super pumped, and it was also kind of a situation where like his parents had just gotten divorced, and you know, it was the thing where like his dad went and got an apartment and was trying to do the whole like, you know, one up the mom, like who gets the kids love and that kind of bullshit. And that's why his dad was like, I'm just gonna buy you a Sega Dreamcast and that'll be the system you play when you come over here and blah blah. So I remember there was like a snow day that year, and since we were still carpooling, his dad picked me up, and I think my parents were at work or something, so he was like, you can just hang out here and play Dreamcast. And we played like House of the Dead 2 and 3. I think whatever that NFL, isn't it like the NFL TV series was the Dreamcast ones, played that. I liked the Dreamcast at the time. I got a Dreamcast really late into its life cycle because of Resident Evil. So. But we were the only two, man. He and I were the only two people that got the Dreamcast. The rest of our friends just stuck with their PlayStation. And obviously, right before I moved away between 8th and 9th grade, I got a PS2. Shit, I didn't buy the Dreamcast until after the PS2. Like, that's how late I bought a Dreamcast. Like, I bought a Dreamcast, it would have been like April of 2001. I think it was May of 2001 when they announced it was dead or something like that. So I just remember I had to play Code Veronica, and I waited like an ungodly amount of time because I wanted to see if the game was gonna come out to the PS2, because I had already lined up and saved my allowance money at the time to get the PS2 at launch. And I didn't get a PS2 at launch, unfortunately. I didn't get a PS2 until February of the following year, so it would have been 2001. And that's just because that thing was a freaking nightmare to get when it launched. You know, and my dad had the grand idea at the time of like, well, I'll just go to Walmart at like midnight, walk in and buy one, not knowing that, you know, this was going to be the first major console launch that people lined up for day one. Maybe with the, I would say with the exception of like the Dreamcast, because I do definitely remember people lining up for the Dreamcast as well, but it wasn't to the extent of the PS2. You know, that was the hot ticket item of Christmas 2000. So I didn't get one right away. I think my buddy I'm talking about did that, because I went to his house sometimes and playing it. And that was the thing, was like my daily routine when I got home from school every day was I would get home from school and I had a list. I had gone on the computer and printed out, because we had just gotten a computer, really shitty one too at the time. And I would make a list. I made a list of all the stores, and I would literally call like Target, Walmart, Kmart. There was a store called Hastings. It was like an electronics store, but it also kind of, they would let you rent video games and stuff too. I would go there, you know, I would call there, and this was literally my routine every day after school from the launch of the PS2 until Valentine's Day 2001, when I finally called Best Buy, and they were like, yeah, we got a bunch. And I was like, what? And the thing that sucked about it was I had to wait until my dad got home from work that day to go buy it, because he had my money. And the whole time, like that whole, like I had to wait. If I would have got home from school, I probably had to wait till like 5 o'clock that day. So it was like a good 2-3 hours of me sitting there like, he needs to get home because this thing isn't going to be there. And they wouldn't hold it, which I understood, but I was pissed. And we're trying to level up here, by the way. So if it looks like I'm repeating what I'm doing, it's because I'm leveling up. And yeah, I was lucky. We walked in, we got the last one, so we were really lucky. But my PS2 purchase that day, I got the PlayStation 2, a memory card, and I think the one game my dad bought for me was Time Splitters. That was the one launch game I was into. Because even at that point as a kid, I was already kind of like, I don't give a shit about sports games. Like, I would play hockey games like once every couple of years, but I didn't care. Like, I didn't care about football. At a young age, I just was never the sports kid. Never cared about football. Never cared about basketball, really. Hockey was like the only sport I really ever gave a shit about. But, yeah, I mean, that system was cool too. But then that whole time I'm sitting here and I was looking at the Dreamcast. And then again, like I said, at this point, you look at me as a kid, it's like I have a PS1, a PS2, an N64. You know, the GameCube had just been announced, so that was my next planned purchase. At this time, I was that kid who hated Microsoft's, you know, the idea of Microsoft joining the console race, so I didn't want to get an Xbox. I was one of those anti-Xbox kids, you know, the junior high. It was just like, I don't give a shit about, you know, the Xbox. I'm not excited about that, blah, blah, blah. And I had saved up my money that summer leading into the GameCube launch for the GameCube, but before that, and this was right before we moved from Symphony to the wonderful suburbs of Detroit. And don't worry, I lived on the good side of Detroit, so I didn't live on the bad side. There was definitely a bad side of Detroit, and I have been there. I just had this burning desire to play Code Veronica because I was a huge Resident Evil fan. You know, at that point I had played every version of it. And the awful Dead Aim, or I keep saying Dead Aim, Survivor, which is that awful gun game that doesn't really have the gun stuff in it in the American version. And Code Veronica was like that game that just kept stinging me. Like, I haven't played it, I need to play this game. And so what happened was again, this local game store, game exchange or whatever I went to. I remember the other thing that I thought was cool about this game, now that I remember it, I think about it at the time, is like they had shit that you wouldn't normally see, like Neo Geo games and stuff. That Wonder Swan thing. Like, they had stuff that you just didn't normally see in any store. This place had it. Was really cool. I wish it still existed today, because it was a really cool store. But that was the thing. We went in. I don't even remember why. I don't know if we were looking for something or what, but we went in one day and they had because this was right before they announced that the Dreamcast was officially dead, but nobody wanted it. Like, the system was kind of dead already. Like, everybody was on the PS2 train at this point. Nobody cared about this weird Sega system. And we went in that day and they were fire sailing them really cheap. I want to say it was like $50, $70, something like that. It was dirt cheap. They just wanted to get rid of their stock. And I remember I was with my mom at the time. I was like, look, this is ridiculously cheap. And I really want to play this Castlevania game. I think the game itself is like $20. So, and I just told her, we worked out some sort of deal. I don't know if I was going to work with her. She ran her own business. And I think, and in the summer, a lot of days I would go with her. And my mom professionally cleaned houses when I was a kid. So I think our deal was like, you're going to come with me and work for this thing, but I will buy it for you. And that's how I got my Dreamcast. And I got the Dreamcast, I got Code Veronica, the little virtual memory unit, which I still think is a freaking awesome thing to this day. And Crazy Taxi was the other game I got. So that was my Dreamcast, and I started renting a bunch of Dreamcast games, and I got really into it. Actually, that summer, after I got the PS2, and I already had the PS2, I played more Dreamcast than I played PlayStation 2, which is really weird, because that was the thing I had waited for so long. And then I got that Dreamcast, and I just got sucked into it. That's where I discovered Phantasy Star Online, and when I moved, the summer of 2001, when we had moved after I finished junior high, and then my dad got transferred to the Detroit area, and we moved up there, that summer, I didn't know a lot of people because I hadn't started school yet. I literally walked behind the house I lived in, was a super Kmart. which is super not a thing anymore. But we literally lived directly behind, in the neighborhood behind this Super Kmart. And I think now today it's an IKEA, actually. From everything people have told me that I still know that live in that area. But anyways, I walked up to there and bought like a 50-foot phone cable because I wanted to try the Dreamcast online. I needed to do it. I was excited. That was my first like real foray into we had an old, really old Pentium PC that my uncle had given us as our first family computer. I mean, this was such an old PC that the printer was one of those ones that had a ribbon. Like it was an old PC, so it wasn't good for really anything. Like my parents would use it to turn on and do email with my cousin, with my uncles and stuff, but we didn't. I didn't really do much online stuff with it, so I was really introduced to online gaming and stuff with the Dreamcast. I got all the stuff for the Dreamcast. I went to GameStop. I bought the keyboard and the mouse. Like I was in, man. And I think the first real game I played on the system was like online game was Quake 3 Arena. Because you have to remember too, I was doing this in the summer of 2001, so this Dreamcast system was pretty much already on its way out, and there was a very dedicated fan base of people that played online. But that was the big game, and I was super excited about it, and I played a lot of that online. That was my big thing, especially like during the summer. I would stay up really late and play Dreamcast. It was the kind of thing too where like I would pretend to go to bed, and I would sneak back down to my basement because all my stuff was in the basement, and I would just keep playing. And it was that. Then I got into Unreal Tournament. I remember it because I think it was in a clearance bin somewhere, and I just looked at it. I was like, cool, this game has online, and that was where I first discovered Unreal Tournament. And then the big one for me that really sucked me into the online community for that system was Phantasy Star Online. And I'll never forget, I saw it in some magazine somewhere, and I was like, this game looks really cool. This is a cool Dreamcast game or whatever. And I ended up going to the local GameStop there, which was like a town over from where I lived. And I just remember the guy behind the counter giving me the whole spiel of like, hey, look, this isn't a game you can return. Once you open it and use it, you can't even trade this game in. It's yours forever because it ties to the serial number of your system and blah, blah, whatever, which I'd never at this point heard of anything like that. And whatever, I just wanted to play the game. I thought it was so incredibly cool and different to anything I had played at the time. So I went out and bought it. And I sucked. I couldn't even tell you how many hours I spent on that freaking game, man. Like I played so much Phantasy Star Online. I don't think I've told the story on the stream, but 9/11. When 9/11 happened, I actually stayed home sick from school that day. And I didn't even know that 9/11 had happened because I was sitting downstairs on this game, just playing this game, staying home sick from school. My mom was at work. She came home, yelled downstairs, come up here, downstairs, like, do you know what happened? And I was like, no. And she turned on the TV and showed me. I was like, oh. And I had literally been sitting there just playing that. And it was funny because there were people talking about it in the chat, in the text chat on Phantasy Star, but I didn't really like think too much of it. I just kind of was like, oh, whatever, and just kept playing the game. So what happened with me and Dreamcast, I played so much Phantasy Star Online that my during the winter of 2001, I had an MC space heater next to the Dreamcast, and I went on an epic 14-hour session. And during that time, the heater must have been too close close to the Dreamcast, and between the heat of the system playing this game for an absurd amount of time, and the space heater being on for an absurd amount of time next to it, it kind of started to melt the lens of my Dreamcast and just warped the disc, and it just killed that system for me. I couldn't get any of my other games to work at the time. It's the only system I've ever had that I broke, but like it was and like I loved that system. So, and the thing about it is, like, if it hadn't died then, I probably still would have played that system until people weren't playing online anymore, or they ended the service or whatever. So, and then right after that was when my said, hey, we're gonna buy this new top-of-the-line PC. And PC playing a bunch of computer games, and I kind of ignored console games for like a good year and a half, 2 years. I became kind of a PC zombie, where like I would come home from school every day and I would literally play on the computer from like 3 o'clock in the afternoon until I went to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. That was literally me every day after school. Sitting in good old class, talking to friends from school and stuff. You know, you think about how crazy that is today, but that's what we did back then, man. There was no texting. Hopefully I'll be done grinding here in a second. We can go fight this boss. Yeah, then, you know, thanks to the Dreamcast, that's where I tournament, and then I just started playing a bunch of those on PC. I went out and got one in 2003. At some point, I picked up Warcraft 3 and the Frozen Throne. I got day 1. I played so much of those games. I never, as I've said before, I never got into World of Warcraft. Never thought it was, you know, hot shit and everything. Tell you all about Warcraft 3. That was my jam. I played a ton of it online too. That, and the other one I played a lot of was, there was a Age of Empires clone for PC called Star Wars Galactic Empire. I actually preferred that game to Age of Empires. It was just an Age of Empires 2 clone, but like it was a really good one. And since I was a huge Star Wars kid, this is awesome. I still have it. They actually put it on Steam. I played it recently, and it actually works pretty well. But yeah, that was how I was through high school until I reached back where I live now, in the area that I live in now. And when I did, I still was kind of doing PC stuff, and I got back in on the last Xbox. But yeah, no, and then I jumped back in the original Xbox that fall. Oh, it's funny because I had I was just checking the review score on IGN of The Flash, because I forgot that came back tonight. At some point I'm gonna have to catch up on those shows. Like, ugh. It's a problem when big TV shows start. See, that doesn't do that much damage, but this short sword does. For some reason it does more. Okay. But yeah, and it was between Halo 2 and Fable were the two games that I was like, I need to get an Xbox, and then I jumped back into console gaming. With the original Xbox. Like, I bought one in fall 2004, so I was a really late adapter to Xbox. I missed out on a lot of cool and interesting looking Xbox games that I hope that, like Xbox 360 backwards compatibility, which I'm using right now to play this game. I hope the original Xbox backwards compatibility has a lot of titles, and it's not just like your standard like, oh, Halo Combat Evolved and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm interested to see how they do it. I'm interested to see if it works out for them. We're probably gonna die in this first time. I usually level up once or twice. Level up one. We'll level up one more time when we come back. Ha ha. Game over. It's the only annoying thing about Symphony tonight is when you get a game over, you gotta go all the way out. I keep hitting start because I want this to go quicker. It's not going to. The only thing with stretching this image the way I have is that things look a little bit blurrier, but I still think it's okay. You know what, I'm gonna try playing it the normal way, and we'll see what I end up liking. Default. The reason I don't like playing it this way is because if you look on the picture, there's like a weird line in the background picture on the resolution of it, and I don't understand why it exists in driving. Because I keep thinking, like, every time I see it, this has been the way this version has been for, what, 10 years now? Since it came out. And every time I look at it, I'm just like, oh, shit. Probably isn't really well defined on the screen. I just remember being pumped when they announced this game was coming to Xbox Live Arcade. I think it was announced way ahead of its release. Wow, I really slammed there. I don't want to but yeah, it was announced way ahead of its release. And then it was that thing where we kept just waiting for it to be released. I think it was finally released like March. I want to say it was like March of 2007. Because I remember, like, at that time, I don't even remember what game I was playing, but everything got put on hold to play this. And I spent like a good couple weeks doing everything in the game, so I don't even think I got everything right away. I think the last achievement I missed for a long time. We can actually look here. Look at my good old achievements here. The map one, though, 2006. Yeah, I didn't get that one until way later. These were the two that I didn't get right away. 'Cause, yeah, March 21st was when, and I played through that game really fast. But then, yeah, these two wasn't until later I did those final two. So, I mean, shit, even doing that was 7 years. It's ridiculous. It was like earlier, this month, or end of last month, we had the 10th anniversary of Halo 3, which is crazy to me. It's been 10 years since that came out. It was like Halo 3 was released. And this month, actually, the 20th anniversary of this game. So, I mean, it's been 20 years since this game came out. gosh. The sad thing is it's going to take a little bit to load. I kind of want to, just so I have more damage. Because I'm not going to get a good This probably isn't the most exciting thing for y'all to watch. This is kind of how I play it, unfortunately. I don't just like do boss rush and play it that way. I've always definitely been the kind of person that grinds levels in these kind of games. This is one of my joys and appeals of the Symphony of I still would say, even after all the other ones that have been released for the Game Boy Advance and the DS, this is still the best one. Maybe it's just because this was the first one that did this. I just think between the music and even the graphical style at the time and everything, like it just was so incredibly well done. There was nothing like it at the time. And the thing that was funny about it, I remember when I got the game when it came out, I had some friends come over to look at it. I remember they looked at it and they were just like, well, I'm playing, what you call it, on Nintendo 64, like Super Mario 64. Like, man, that game looks so much better than this and stuff. And I just remember telling them, like, not every game is better. You know, you look at some of the visual styles of this game in terms of the graphics and stuff, and I think of that weird Blizzard game Blackthorn for the Super Nintendo, which I will be putting on my SNES Classic. Speaking of the SNES Classic, the package officially works now for the SNES Classic, so I'm looking forward to later this week. I'm going to sit down and do that. I just haven't had time to do that's definitely something I'm going to be sitting down and looking at later this week. For sure. Busy week here of stuff. Like on top of that, I also need to do some video edits. Got more film club stuff coming your way. I still need to sit down and capture more footage so I can put out that Resident Evil 7 video review, just because I want to have that done for the channel. I've got another Resident Evil video that's in the pipeline to edit and put out as well. And again, like I said, on top of that, I have these film club videos. And finally, the last thing that I still have to sit down and capture footage of, and I'm actually kind of planning on doing this too, is footage for the Condemned Greatest Generation episode, which will be up this month. I will also be doing a Greatest Generation episode of Dead Space. I did announce it previously this month. However, I think it probably won't hit until November, and it'll probably be November's Greatest Generation video. I'm going to try and stick to doing just one episode of that series a month. I think that's a better way to do that series, to stretch it out more. And like I said, for Condemned, it's going to be both. This video is both Condemned 1 and 2, but for Dead Space, I want to do each of those games in their own individual videos because I have a lot more to say about them. And they're two vastly different. Like, Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2 are, I wouldn't say vastly different, but in terms of tone, they're a lot different. Like, Dead Space 1 is very much the Alien to Dead Space 2's Aliens. So, you know, we'll get to, I am still live streaming that game. as part of Horror Fest here, and you know, that's part of the reason too. Once I get through that game, you'll notice when I play that game, I'm doing a lot of saves, and that is because then once I have all those saves, I go back and make things I want to capture footage of for that episode in particular. So. I definitely have toyed with the idea of doing a Symphony of the Night Rage Generation episode, but I decided against it basically simply for the reason of, even though it is, you know, 360 arcade game, it wasn't officially a 360 game, so I feel like that would be a disservice. So I don't think I'm going to do that. But hey, you're getting a live stream of it. Gosh. This one's going to take forever. I wonder if that changes when I come back up. Oh, it's already there. That's sure that's better than what I have. I don't think I have anything. Might help if I start, you know, putting some of this stuff on. Good lord. I mean, I think in terms of if you want to play this game on a big screen TV, I think this is the best version you can play. I think or just the PS1 Classic. That being said, I would love if, you know, they came out and were like, hey, we're gonna put this game on the Nintendo Switch. I would buy it again and play it there. But I don't think that's gonna happen. You never know. Pretty graphically violent. We're getting closer. Problem is all these stupid ass skeletons that give you a lot of like the 200.6% achievement was a pain in the ass, dude. That's something I never want to do. The other reason why I thought it was very important to Castlevania season on the channel is obviously the channel is the gallery for a reason. You know, it's I haven't caught up on my comics since the last time I picked up comics, which I'd have to look, but it's probably been it's been at least 2 weeks, I would say now. I try to go and pick up my comic runs once a month. It's been 2 to 3 weeks now, so I am going to have to go at some point and pick up comics. Probably the end of this month, I'll go and settle up. But I need to sit down and actually read what I have. The one comic I'm so behind on is this damn Poe Dameron comic. Which, to be fair, I really like, and I enjoy every time I sit down and read it, but I'm just so far behind on it. I need to sit down and read it. The problem is I always put everything I got stuff I have to sit and read here, so maybe I'll do that tonight. My other big problem with this is the other thing that hit that I like to play at night, you know, after my streams and stuff, is Stardew Valley on the Switch. Finally hit. You know, we finally got Stardew Valley on the Switch, and I've been replaying that. So, I'll apologize. For some reason, I have this awful itch in my nose. It feels like it's on the inside of my nose. If you guys keep seeing me itch my nose, that's why. It's driving me nuts. Oh, we're really close to level up here. I swear that was on last, right? I swear that said 66, but maybe it said 86. I'm only getting 4 experience for these things now. Wow, that's bad. That's really bad. I guess we'll do another run. That's bad. How many experience do I get? More. 5. Jeez. 2. Jeez. I remember playing so. How much does he take? 42. 4. Like, jeez. This is one of those games, like you could, there is like a Konami Classics disc you can get, so I guess technically a physical version does exist of this game for 360. Excuse me. So I guess you could go that route if you really wanted to, but I always thought it would have been cool if they put out just a solo printed disc. I would have bought it like day one just to have it. So, like I think I've shown definitely in one of my videos or something. Like I have an original Alucard action figure from that game. From this game. I'm a massive Castlevania. I think the only franchise that I put above Castlevania for me personally is Resident Evil. So. Oh, they actually. Not as much as I did. We'll just grind out the last couple here. We'll go down here, heal, and then go back up. Now we'll head to the boss, and we should be able to defeat the boss, no problem. So, again, I apologize. It's probably the most boring ass thing to watch, but. All these short swords I can sell to that guy in the library. Wow, that was a good whip with that jump. The thing is, I never get tired of music either. You probably notice in a lot of my videos I use the music from this soundtrack. It is background music in a lot of my YouTube videos. It is one of my favorite game soundtracks of all time. It's shockingly one of the few that doesn't seem to be noticed by copyright. You know, I've gotten, as you guys know, if you've ever watched any live streams, I usually play music before I'm starting the stream. I'm setting it up. I play some sort of background music. I've been pleasantly surprised at things that they choose and deem copyright protected and the things that they ignore. And, I mean, I have a playlist that I play and just put on shuffle when I do that, and I've been slowly going through and editing it, you know, whenever I get a copyright notice on a video because of the background music. Or I've never actually gotten a copyright notice for background music in any of my videos because I think the music is low enough that they just don't care. So I've never gotten one for an actual like background music for my videos. I got a bunch. I think I've said this before. I've gotten 2 or 3 of my film club videos have gotten copyright notices, and it's just because I used footage from trailers, which I think is absurd, and I think that's total fair use because it's not even using footage from the actual film itself. It's from commercials. So I think that's more than fair for fair use, but, you know, who am I guess? Just a struggling, brand new YouTuber. So, you know, none of them have been threatened to be taken down. They all just go under. Well, you know, you might be able, you won't be monetized the video. Not that I make any money on YouTube right now, but I do think it's absurd. If I was a channel that was, you know, making money, then I would be pretty pissed off. For the live streams, I can totally understand. I'm playing these songs just straight off of iTunes. I can totally understand where they might be a little upset with those situations. And like I've slowly gone through anytime I get one of those, and I've removed those so that again, I don't want to get in trouble. Last thing I want is my, brand new channel to get, oops. I'm gonna get hit by that. I had no way around that. Let's equip our thing again, and let's finish this fight. You know it's really dumb when you're going for that map achievement, coming back through here and flying through the whole thing as a bat just so you can uncover it on your map, so it counts towards that percentage. That was really not fun to do in this game. But I did it. I was quite the achievement junkie back then. Now, honestly, for me in achievements, I have to really care about a game to want to do it. It has to be something I'm really enjoying and like, you know what, I want to do this. I've actually been more into the idea of PlayStation trophies lately, but even then, like, I kind of just play a game to play a game now. Like, but in the 360 generation, I was that guy who was all about achievements and, playing games and trying to build your gamer score and all that. I really cared about it. I took a lot of pride in my gamer score and stuff, which, as you guys can see, my gamer score is over 200,000, so I definitely cared about it back then. Now, my thing is, I don't really care. Like, I just play games to play games. Even back then, and this sounds ridiculous to say now, but back then, I would do the kind of thing where if a game had achievements that were unobtainable, I just wouldn't play the game. That simple. I just decided, I'm not going to play that game because I'll never have the achievements. Now, obviously, there were exceptions to this rule. There were some the big one was like, I never played the 360 version of Fear 2. I purposely played on the PS3 because of the multiplayer achievements. I'm never going to get those, so I just would actively avoid games because of the achievements. Now the only thing that bothers me with achievements these days are if a game has odd number achievements. I can't stand that. That's like my one gripe with achievements now. Not too many developers really do that anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna put on some sunglasses. They're just cool looking sunglasses, man. They bring my defense down, I guess. Oh no, they bring it up, sorry. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I like the idea of trophies a lot more. I like that they don't have a point value system to them. I like that you also get a sense, I guess we should go all the way down. I like that you get an artificial number that keeps going up with them. Like, I think my trophy level is 15. I like the level system of it. I think is a little more intuitive now. But I'm glad that Microsoft went back and they did like the whole achievement rarity thing, because that was something I thought Sony did a pretty good job with trophies and stuff. Ooh, look at some shortcuts. Yeah. Circles complete. But yeah, I just when this generation started, the Xbox One generation, I just kind of was like, you know what? I just don't care about achievements anymore. It was like, I think the last game that I cared about getting most of the achievements in, and I got most of them, was Dead Rising 3. After that, I just kind of stopped caring. Like, I just don't care. It's not a way to play video games. Like, I think it's a cool thing, don't get me wrong. I kind of just to get achievements and stuff. Now I just want to play games. It just wasn't a fun, like at the end of it, I was when I started this generation, I went into it like I shouldn't care about those anymore. And I just haven't. There's definitely been games and stuff where I've tried to obtain 1,000 or something like that, but and I've done it for some stuff. But I couldn't. I'd have to look at my Xbox achievements here and tell you what the last 360 or Xbox One game I got a full achievement. It's cool my one buddy got into this Sea of Thieves beta, because that was the only thing that made it a little disappointing last time. Was that I was the only one of my friends that got into that beta that had signed up for it, and I had to use that Xbox looking for her just to find somebody to play with, and I actually to do that with. I had a blast. Sea of Thieves is gonna be. I really wanted to do a video on my impressions, but that game's under NDA, so you really can't. All I can tell you is I loved everything about it. So. Well, here we are officially in the name of this channel, Marvel Gallery. Here's where it all starts. Here's the Marvel Gallery. It's actually my cell phone ringtone. Now my cell phone ringtone is a really, really good rockin' version. Oh good, it's the Flea Man.
Wait a moment. You seem human, and yet, what do you here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Then we have the same purpose. I'll trust you for now. I'm Maria. Who are you?
Alucard.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again. If you live that long. Farewell.
I will say, probably the next stream we do this, probably going to use my other Xbox controller. I have 3 Xbox One controllers. I have this Elite controller, you guys can see here, that I'm using right now. You know, the best controller ever made. It is actually a really good controller. I do like it, but for some reason with this game, I feel like it's a little off. So I'm probably going to use my... I have my other controller that I use specifically for the system is a Master Chief controller. And I have that one that I use on the PC. Pretty soon I'll have a black One X controller for the Xbox One X. So we inch ever closer to the release of that system. I'm looking forward to it. I plan on doing, that's one other video I have to shoot that will be up at some point. It's not Horror Fest related, but I am planning on doing a video simply. I did that opinion video on if the Xbox One X was doomed. And I want to do a video on specifically why I am buying an Xbox One X. I think I'm definitely one of the more pro channels out there on the Xbox One X. There's a lot of scrutiny and a lot of hate against that system that I don't understand. They're just getting a better Xbox One X. I'm super cool. The downfall of it. The downfall of any system is if you don't have the games to back it up, it's kind of dead in the water. Now, for me personally, like, I look at the Xbox One X and I go, well, I have all these games already that I like. You know, there's certain games that I want to go back and play that are going to be better on the system. There's certain games that I haven't played that I purposely waited for the Xbox One X to play. So I'm really excited about the system. I think it's going to be I always get excited about anything. I was excited last year to get my hands on the PS4 Pro, which I thought was like vastly disappointing system still. It has its ups, like in terms of the games coming out for the PlayStation Pro. That's what I want people to understand. Like, I don't think that the PS4 Pro is disappointing because there's no games for it. On the contrary, I think there's some really great games for the PS4. My problem is I think the PS4 Pro, in terms of its upgrades and how developers use it, has been incredibly lackluster. And I hope that now by the Xbox One X coming out, that both systems are taking way more advantage of it. But as far as the PS4 Pro, I just think it's been lackluster. Like, a lot of people tell me, a lot of people told me, like, oh, Destiny 2 is so much better on it. And to be fair, I've seen Destiny 2 running on the Xbox One, so I don't have anything to compare that to. But, a lot of people tell me, like, it's vastly improved on the PlayStation 4. I bought the game on the PS4. It's funny, we all started this generation out as an Xbox One gamers. I have a buddy the other day, I just made my one buddy who you guys go to his house to watch the wrestling events. They're selling the streets of the times, the wrestling event. We get together and watch pretty much every pay-per-view. He just decided, I didn't even know he did this until I remember his wrestling event. He just kind of up and decided that, I think it was that day actually, woke up and said, you know what? I really wanted a Nintendo Switch for Super Mario Odyssey, so he packed up all his Xbox One and his Wii U, and he sold it all. He went to GameStop, GameStop I used to work at, he used to work at too. Traded it all in, I think he said like $340, and that pretty much pays for that Super Mario bundle. I think he's going to owe like $30, which, honestly, not really that bad, but I was just surprised, like, he just doesn't have an Xbox One anymore. And it's weird, because, yeah, we all started this generation out as big Xbox One owners. He's one of two friends that are just really into PC gaming now. to the point that sometimes I can be a little obnoxious about it. American Horror Story still tracks in. I laugh every time I look at this thing and I see Edge and give it a decent review, and I'm like, is it really though? Like, was it really decent though? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Probably not. I hate when the picture changes and it's the same picture as another one. That's always annoying. Yeah, I don't think we ever found a save point. I've said before, I think I said this in the last major stream, that I'm a huge Rock Band fan. I have a ton of songs. The only downfall of doing a Rock Band stream is that I won't be able to save an archive. I won't be able to save an archive of it. I really want to do a stream of that game. It's a lot of fun. I kind of want to buy some new tunes for that game too, so that's another excuse for me to do a live stream of that game. Like, I'll buy some new tunes and stuff. You guys, give me 1 second here. I'm actually going to take a quick break and use the restroom, so I will be right back. I apologize for that there. Short delay. Oh, we're back now. As far as how long we'll be streaming tonight with Castlevania, we'll probably be streaming till I'd say probably 11:30 or so. I think 11:30. Actually, here, let me adjust my. I keep doing that. I'm used to, after doing all the streams of Evil Within off my PC, I'm not used to playing some off my TV now. So. It is nice to be able to sit down and relax and chill. I always feel like when I'm sitting in a computer chair, I'm on edge. It's funny, I actually was looking into, that was the fun part of it. Right before my computer hard drive died, and I was doing all that, I did that ROM stream, I was just kind of taking around with ROMs. I got into this thing of like, oh, I should download ROMs, and I got to play it, and it dawned on me, like, why would I do this? There's already a really great version of this game on the Xbox, so, that I own. The early woes in this game is that you gotta get better equipment because you start with kind of shitty equipment in the beginning. I still have my original copy of Symphony. That's one of the few games as a kid that, again, I was also, there was one thing my dad was a big opponent wasn't, he was renting, but the other thing he was a big advocate for was trading stuff in towards other stuff, but there's a lot of games that I did as a kid I ended up trading for other stuff. But Symphony, one of the few games I ever got along with Final Fantasy VII. Which, sadly, Final Fantasy VII is in that box of stuff that I can't find. So I think I ended up like rebuying a copy of it recently. Because I've kind of given up on trying to find that stupid thing. We're gonna get screwed here because yeah. I don't think we're ready for them just quite yet. I had just finished watching YouTube, and even though I had watched, because earlier, the first time I ever watched Twin Peaks I was in college. It would have been 2010. Whenever the first time they put it was like the first time they ever put it on Netflix. So that was when I first experienced it. And then, when this reboot thing got announced for May, revival, I was like, I need to watch Twin Peaks again. So in the spring, I literally like marathon the first season in a day because it's only 8 episodes, and it started on the path of season 2, but I just never finished that viewing session of it. And so I wasn't as fresh going into Twin Peaks, the second season of that show, because I probably would have liked to have been. So I'd ask my girlfriend, like, do you want, like, I would like you to try Twin Peaks to see if she didn't like it. She's like, yeah, she really got into it. So we finished the second season, and Don being able to make it her way a little bit before we start season 3. So I told her, so wait at least a week because I want you to feel a little bit. People had to feel, a lot of people had to wait 27 years. You know, I only had to wait 7 of them, but you know, a lot of people had to wait a really long time. But that'll be the next journey. And I explained to her too, like, season 3 of that show is way different than season 1 and 2. It's a lot more dark and ominous, a lot more existential than the first 2 seasons. It's not the small town soap opera-ish at times TV show that the original was. It's very much almost like watching an 18-hour David Lynch movie. I loved every minute of it, but it also wasn't for everybody. It also
Wait a
wasn't
moment.
for everybody. There were definitely
You seem human, and yet, what do you here?
Fans of it, so.
I've come to destroy this castle.
Then we have the same purpose. I'll trust you for now. I'm Maria. Who are you?
Alucard.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again. If you live that long. Farewell.
Definitely now, I think going into rewatching the season again here, I will have a better grasp and understanding of it just was kind of hazy on when I watched it the first time there. So it'll be a lot easier to maintain everything sitting down and watching it in a shorter amount of time over the course of 3.5 months. That was an insanely long journey when I think about it, like how that went down. 18 episodes over the course of 3.5 months, man. It's a long time. So I love it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was excellent. I think it's some of the best TV that I've ever seen. People are going to debate the finale of Twin Peaks for years, and I'm not going to go into it's something that will be if you know they decide to go ahead and do the season, that'd be cool. But I'm also perfectly okay if they just are like, no, this is it. I also wouldn't be upset if they're like, no, we're done with Twin Peaks. That's fine. I think the ending was divisive. there's the real world, which is just him, but you know, Bob is taking over his body, and yeah, there's so much more involved with it than just that. You know, it gets really out there and really crazy, wacky, and weird. I'm still reading the fan theories and that's still like once a week, like it usually hits me like really late at night, and I will sit down and watch it. I will sit down and subreddit and wiki and just read stuff and read fan theories and see how people interpret the finale and what people are thinking. There's been some really good and interesting interpretations of how that show ends, and I think that's why I like it so much, is it didn't give you this incredibly divisive end to that show. It ended it in a way where it makes you think about what actually happened. It's going to be debated for years. I don't think David Lynch is ever going to come out and tell people exactly what the end is. That's the point of it. There's definitely the people out there that complain about it, and they complain about certain aspects of it, but I look at it that you get to wrap-ups. There's definitely storylines that they didn't wrap up that you question, like, why they didn't wrap them up. But then on the flip side of it, there are storylines that got clear wrap-ups that you're like, that was nice that they actually tied those things together. And the other thing I was telling you that's crazy about that scene is they took something a one-off, like, 3-minute scene that tie-in that was a scene that shouldn't have really mattered, and that is the entire basis for the 3rd season of what's going on. And I think that's just the most ridiculous thing in the best way possible. And I say that as someone who's a massive Twin Peaks fan and not a huge fan of Fire and Water. I think that movie's okay. I'm glad I've seen it, but I don't feel like I ever need to see it again. It was just a weird movie. It's kind of a prequel to the events of Twin Peaks, but I just... It's not a particularly trying to at least level up once here, and then we'll try the doppelganger boss over here. I like how that guy missed my That being said, I am looking forward to rewatching that season again, because I definitely think now, going into it fresh off of having watched both season 2, I think I would get even more out of it than I did in my initial watch through of it. I've actually also been sitting on watching Westworld. When Westworld premiered last fall, it's been a year. I think it premiered in October of 2016. Everybody I know watched it. Everybody was saying good things about it. That was when I was kind of at my sickest with my health problems, and because of it, I just never got around to watching it. And I'm thinking of this stuff. I might start it tonight. I haven't decided yet, but I really want to sit down and watch it. I'm sure I'll love it. It's got interesting stuff in it. It's my kind of science fiction jam. I think I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I gotten into those on Netflix, but then there's an episode where they kind of kill the dog. The character, there's a character on the show that kind of no reason. Like, he's proving a point, but I found that disgusting. It's a shame because I really like what that show's doing, but that turned me off on that show. I don't know if I'm gonna, after seeing that, it was just kind of like, I didn't need to see that. And it's a shame because I find a lot of aspects of that show really fascinating and interesting. As someone who likes, you know, those kind of shows and stuff, you know. But that was a really big turn on for me. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to it. I've watched off and on a couple episodes of Black Mirror. That show's pretty interesting. It does a lot of cool things. Whenever they put up that new season, I'll watch it. There's another show that's starting this Friday that I'm looking forward to that's based on, I guess, like a podcast or something. Called Lore? I think it's called Lore. It's an Amazon original. I'm gonna watch that one. It's like a 6-part anthology series, and as I've said before, like, we don't, you know, especially horror television, don't get enough of it, so I give anything that's horror a shot. For the most part. My one thing in horror that I do not care for is body horror. Don't like it, don't care for it. It's just not my thing. I gotta read this article because this just... I've been following this insane, crazy, trickle-down situation involving Hollywood film mogul / producer Harvey Weinstein, which has just been crazy. I mean, it's the kind of thing where, like, we've all kind of known for a long time that he's been a scumbag, that nobody's really ever been able to prove it. Now all this stuff is finally coming to light about him. I mean, it was the kind of thing where a lot of people knew for a long time that he was doing real nefarious shit. And it's coming out. I'm glad it's coming out. Like, I'm not really sure what led to this whole thing happening, but I'm glad that these things are being brought to light, and I'm glad that that guy's finally, you know, getting what he deserves in this whole situation. But I've been kind of following it. It's just been a snowball of claims and things coming out, and it's been really ridiculous. And the thing now, the biggest problem with it now is, like, there's no doubt in my mind that it's nefarious stuff. But now we're in this situation where it's such an incredible shitstorm that it's hard to tell like what's true and what's false. Again, like, there's no doubt in my mind the man's done some nefarious shit. Stuff nobody should be doing stuff to this person. And do I believe all of it? No, I don't, because I think some of it is probably just conveniently placed. But
it's been a long time, old one.
Oh, it's you, Master Alucard. What do you need?
I need your help.
Young Master, I cannot aid one who opposes the Master.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
Can I sell? I don't think I can sell stuff.
I'm interested in this.
Second here, hold on for 1 second. I apologize for that. We're actually going to hurry up and finish the stream here. Try and set the camera there. I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to buy from this guy. buy a mace from him that actually does pretty good damage. How much is it? 2 grand? Let's buy that.
Thank you. Farewell for now.
Because the Gladys does pretty good damage. We'll move that to our secondary. And then we'll do the Gladys as our secondary. But yeah, we're gonna end it. We're gonna finish this up. Like I said, most likely we'll be doing a Castlevania stream tomorrow night. This is the new game, so you know this is our new journey. You know, the evil within is done and over. Time to move on to those animations, man. Ahead of their time, that's for sure. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's like a computer or something. But yeah, I'll most likely be streaming more Castlevania tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, Thursday night. I'm gonna set the schedule for tomorrow. Probably be a little bit later. We started at 8 tonight. Probably be closer to 8 o'clock tomorrow night. But we'll see. Depends on what's going on. At the earliest it'll start at 7. At the latest it'll start at 8. I will tentatively set it for 8 o'clock though. The next part of Castlevania. And like I said, this weekend sometime. Not sure when. I gotta keep doing this without Where's that save room? Oh boy, do I still have that no, I don't, because I used it, right? Well, this is gonna be very difficult. Oh, that's right, it's foggy. I kind of forgot. No, don't get hit by that moon. Don't get hit by that moon. That was very close. I was very close to getting hit by that. I think we might have done that. But yeah, like I said, we'll be streaming tomorrow night for sure. At some point in the next week here, I will be taking a break from Castlevania to do the Resident Evil stream. And then once Castlevania is done here, we'll be doing Dead Space. And when Dead Space is done, we'll be doing Deadly Premonition. So we got a big slew of streaming content going forward here on the channel. Other videos will be coming up soon. Like I said, there will be a new video at some point tomorrow. Some more film clubs are going to be hitting. I just have to edit them. And there'll be some other stuff, some other goodies and stuff too coming in the month. So thanks for joining me for Castlevania tonight. I had a lot of fun playing it. I love this game, so I will be streaming more of it tomorrow night. So keep an eye out on the channel for the next stream time, which will probably be between 7 and 8 tomorrow, as I said. So if you have a chance, go watch the Cuphead review on the channel. I just posted a video review of Cuphead. It's a fantastic game. And then also check out some of the other videos. You know, apparently I did a video film club review of Gerald's Game, the new Netflix original Stephen King movie, or movie based on the Stephen King book, and that's been one of my more successful videos this month. Already over 300 views, so that's really good for a small ass channel like me. So anyways guys, thanks for joining tonight, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow night. Have a good night.